this is what adulting feels like. When you gotta purchase things that normally you really wouldn't care much for. Picked up some stuff for the bathroom. Got this little mat thing that goes in the tub. Shower liner. Shower curtain. I don't know, I just like the whale. I thought it was pretty cool. Whatever. Toilet paper. Definitely need that. But you know, it's funny because, you know, I feel like the bathroom and the kitchen are the two areas of the household that, like, I feel like most men, like, we want no part of. Like, we totally underestimate the effort and the little minute things that needs to be, like, there. Man, big shout out to my moms, man. She used to just finagle that whole thing up. But anyway, that's not what this is about. Today, I'm actually going to see Thor. Okay, the new movie Thor Ragnarok. It comes out tomorrow, but I couldn't wait. I had to go see it today. I'm gonna go see it tonight. But it had me thinking, right? Because I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and you know, we were talking about Kevin Spacey and what's going on with him, and Harvey Weinstein, and just the whole Hollywood industry, which I've already known that Hollywood is like completely weird. That's my nickname for it, is Holly Weird. But you see all this stuff that's going on, and so a lot of people kind of contemplate, like, you know, should you even support Hollywood movies as a result? So I wanted to have that conversation with you guys and give you guys my thoughts and see what y'all think. Okay. So what do I think about it? Kevin Spacey, which, I mean, some of you probably already know of the story already. He's been accused of sexually assaulting another actor who, at the time, the actor, I believe, was 14 years old. Kevin Spacey is 58 right now. So at the time, Kevin Spacey was in his 20s, mid 20s, while the other person was 14, which makes him a minor. And you know, Kevin Spacey didn't really deny, you know, these allegations, you know, these accusations. You know, he didn't really deny it. And so he actually turned around and said, hey, you know, I choose to be gay, and you know, I'm gonna go in right now. He's gonna go seek treatment for his conduct. And so it had people really, you know, upset because he has a show that's been on Netflix called House of Cards, which, in my opinion, House of Cards helped launch Netflix to where it's at right now. I want to say House of Cards, Orange is the New Black, was some of like the first like shows that was really had people like, yo, you got Netflix? Like you gotta get Netflix. Like that was, you know, before it wasn't, you know, I've been with Netflix back when they was sending out the actual DVDs, you know. So once they started the streaming, I looked at Netflix as, okay, you just gonna stream stuff that I already seen on TV. You know, now they have their own actual original shows that they do, original movies. So it's way more advanced now than it was back in the day. But Kevin Spacey's a popular actor, right? He's been in Horrible Bosses 2, which is funny. 21, House of Cards I mentioned, Baby Driver, which is, you know, one of my favorite movies that came out this year. You know, this is a guy who's been around for a long time. He's been acting for a long time. And so the question is that, you know, you have him, you have Harvey Weinstein, you have all these actresses coming out saying that they either was assaulted, they may not have named names, but there's a lot of things that go on in Hollywood that is now starting to come into light. And, you know, I have a friend who's like a really big House of Cards fan, just like me. And he's like, man, like I you know, he's so disappointed. He's like, you know, I don't even know if I can even watch the show. Now, granted, House of Cards has said that they're going to be canceling the show. I think they were, from what I read, they were already going to cancel the show. It's just that like this situation just made it even more like, oh yeah, like let's let them know we pulling the plug. And so, like I mentioned to you, like I you know, I love movies. You know, I even, you know, I want to write scripts. You know, I want to do, you know, different things, you know, creatively. Like I like that whole space, but I also understand like that industry is very, very shady. And it's not just the movie industry, it's also the music industry. I want to say it's entertainment as a whole. You know, that the whole entertainment thing is just compromised, because when you look at the way people view entertainers, it's almost like godlike, where the people who are in the position to put other people on, they're gonna take advantage of them. And the people who are thirsty for that type of fame or that success, you know, they're willing to go above and beyond, literally, and cross the line. And so it's the whole dynamic is just all messed up. And so when it comes to movies, again, I'll tell you like this: I've learned to separate the individual from the work that the individual does, right? I'll give you an example. Like, Chris Brown album just came out, and I love Chris Brown's music. Like, I love his music. I don't like the person that he is, that I see. I don't know him personally, so I can't completely, you know, just say this is who he is. This is what I see. But to me, he looks like he's on drugs. Obviously, he had a situation with Rihanna, but the guy makes great music. And so there are people that I know that's like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to his music. And I'm like, but I like the music. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna, you know, am I gonna consider him a role model? No. Like, I don't consider any of these people to be role models. Like, and that's the thing. You should never put these athletes, actors, entertainers on a pedestal, because they just like me and you know, and maybe, you know, worse. And when I say me and you, I'm not saying me and you are doing necessarily these things that you're hearing about in terms of assaulting other people. What I mean is that they put on one leg at a time, they put on their pants. You know, they got to go to the bathroom just like me and you. They breathe the same air, they bleed, you know, they make mistakes, you know, and so they're not perfect. And so people tend to put, you know, them on a pedestal where, oh my God, they have to do everything right. And the minute that they don't, the media has no problem tearing you down. And so, you know, I've learned to separate the two. What these guys do and who they are two totally different things. And they should be held accountable for the things that they do, and not be just because they're a celebrity that they get some sort of carte blanche where they could just do whatever they want to do. They should be held accountable. And so I'm not going to boycott movies as a result, because it's not just the producer, it's not just that particular actor that is involved in the movie. There are other people who could be on the up and up, other people who could be working hard, and this is their dream their whole life, to be in this field and be in this artistic type of environment. You know, why should we close the doors on them? You see what I'm saying? And so there's other people who come together to make these films. So we just completely ban the entire situation. And so, listen, Hollywood, unfortunately, is one of those cases where there's no type of oversight. There should be, but it's not. And so I just learned to separate the two. You know, I mentioned in my last video, I'm a Kobe Bryant fan, you know, Lakers fan. Listen, I know Kobe ain't perfect. I mean, he had a rape case. I understand that. But I know people who root against him because of that. And I'm like, hey, that's on you. Do what you got to do. I don't align my values with that person on that level. You see what I'm saying? But I respect what he does on the court. You know, the fact that he's able to dominate that particular sport, I respect that and his approach to his craft. So I look at that and I say, okay, yes, you can go through things, but you can still excel in your particular sport or whatever it is that you're doing in life if you just give yourself to that thing. And so none of these guys are perfect. They all have things that they've done. Michael Jordan has stuff, you know, gambling issues and all types of stuff. He has a history. And so everybody still looks at him like, you know, he's the best basketball player of all time, and his sneakers sell out, and forget it. Ben Affleck, I mean, we got Justice League coming up. We all heard what he likes to do, you know, so am I gonna not watch it? I already had my ticket for Justice League before all of that came out. I'm gonna go watch the movie, you know, but I think it's important that they continue to shed the light on Hollywood, so maybe people that are going in could understand what's going on and maybe rethink it. But, you know, I'm still gonna be watching my movies. So I'm curious to know what you guys think. Are you going to stop watching? Are you giving up on Hollywood altogether? just let me know what you think. All right. So that's the video for today. Just wanted to talk to you guys about that. Thank you. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to all the current subscribers. I appreciate you guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace and love, y'all. I'm out.